So it's another late night. Um, you know, having trouble getting to sleep, like is the normal for me. And a while back, somebody asked me this question, and lately on TikTok, I've been seeing this go viral with soldiers asking other soldiers, like, "Why did you join the army? Why did you join the army? Why did you join the army? Why did you join the army?" And 9 times out of 10, you get goofy responses or funny responses or sometimes an inspirational response. And I just wanted to, because nobody has asked me, why did you join the army? Mostly because I'm out. But here's my 2 cents on why I joined the army. I was 13 when I saw the Twin Towers fall. 5 years later, I did not join the army. In fact, it was about 15 years after that when I finally joined the military. And what it took was I had seen 15 years worth of the Middle East just being absolutely torn to shreds by radical jihad. And I do not hate Muslims. I've worked with and for Muslims. In fact, in the military, I served with with a Muslim and under at least one other Muslim. And I have a lot of respect for Muslim folks and others who follow in that religious dichotomy, if that's the word. The NCO I had, who was Muslim, is one of the most intelligent men I've ever met. He's one of the hardest working guys I've ever met, and one of the best leaders that I ever had in the military. Damn good guy. What did it for me was when Boko Haram in some country in Africa kidnapped and stole away, I believe it was 13 little girls. Some of them were teenagers, but some were very young, simply because they were attending a Christian school. Some got released later, much later, but I don't know what became of the rest of them. And then the last straw was when I saw images of a little boy, a little baby boy, toddler really, still in diapers, washed up on the shore of the Mediterranean in Turkey, drowned. And he wasn't the only one. He was one of several children who washed up on shores of various Mediterranean countries, I guess, around that point in time. Along with, of course, their parents and relatives and others who weren't even related to them. Because they were trying to, I believe they were escaping Syria. And a lot of the Taliban that were running amok at that point. And I said, how can I, as an American man, stand by and do nothing? I was not born into a wealthy family, and at that point I most certainly was not wealthy. I still am not. What I have worked hard for, but I was certainly blessed to be born in America. And these children, with their presumably their parents and others, were trying to escape a a band of 8th century primitive, misogynistic, hateful, intolerant fools. All these people were doing was just trying to escape hatred, escape intolerance, escape with their lives. You know, I mean, hell, the pilgrims that landed on the pilgrims that landed on that rock here in America. They landed with more than these people were escaping their war-torn countries, and in some cases they were just fleeing to survive, because they did not desire to take up a jihad against literally everyone who doesn't believe exactly as they do. Isn't that what America was founded on? Was the principle of religious freedom, freedom of speech, the ability to defend yourself? But I believe primarily it began with religious freedom. Freedom of speech. The Bill of Rights is not the government giving us permission to hold these principles. It's the government acknowledging that we already have these rights, that these rights are given to us by our Creator, whatever you believe that Creator to be. Be it God or whatever you happen to believe in. I'm Christian, so I believe in God. It's the government acknowledging that we have these rights, and that was where I had where I, as an American man, I'd had my fill of that level of intolerance and hatred towards anyone, really. Be it Boko Haram, the Taliban, Al Qaeda, whatever, whoever. Intolerance bears many names, and that is the key element, the key takeaway. Intolerance bears many names. Be it the Westboro Baptist Church, or the Taliban, or Boko Haram, Black Panther, KKK, anything that overtly says either our way or die is absolutely wrong. So I figured I would put my money where my mouth is, literally, in more ways than one. And I took the oath to protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I swore in. And I served 3 years in the United States Army until I was medically retired in April of 2020. I never got the chance to deploy to the Middle East, to actually put blood, sweat, and tears behind what I felt. But I wanted to, and it wasn't for lack of initiative on my part. Just the way some things work. I got to my first unit when we were on a rotational basis with other units in our battalion, and just never got the chance. But The takeaway is intolerance bears many names. Never forget that. Take a stand against it wherever you see it, and don't be afraid to confront it when you do. Because though we have many, many freedoms here in this wonderful country of ours, freedoms which many have fought, bled, and died for, intolerance is one of those things that doesn't need to be here in this country. Neither does it really deserve any quarter anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you live. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for those who are weaker. Stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. That's the takeaway. And stand up against intolerance. I guess that's really it.